This is Zach Moss, NFL running back and former Utah Utes running back. You're listening to the Utah Utes Football Digest, the source for Utah Utes football. Go Utes.
All right, guys, this is Joseph with the Utah Utes Football Digest. Today we're going to be talking about the matchup between Utah and UCLA. Really big game. Utah right now 4-3. A loss here puts us back at 500 after we've looked so damn good for a good stretch of our season here. Once Rising got in, we've just been kind of rolling. And it's been great. And then we had the one loss to Oregon State, which was more of a sloppy loss on special teams and our defense, just letting them run the ball down our throats. No excuses, but I'm just saying this is a good opportunity to come back. UCLA is a good team. It's a good opportunity to state who we are, show everybody what's up, that this was more about Oregon State being a good team and us having a sloppy week than it was about us not being a good team. Now, the cool matchup, or the thing that should make things a little less complicated for us is UCLA is kind of like an Oregon State light in a lot of ways. They're one of the top rushing teams in the country, but not quite as good as Oregon State is at rushing the ball. They're one of the worst passing teams in the country. Their defense, really good run stop, and really bad against the pass. Yeah, if you guys watched the breakdown before at Oregon State, definitely reminds you exactly of them. A little different in what they're going to try to do with the Bruins. The Bruins use a quarterback. His name's DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Really agile guy, really big playmaker with his feet, a really good PFF run grade. But not so much in the pass grade, only a 66 pass grade. So the guy can be exposed when it comes to the pass. So basically, what we need to be doing is keeping this guy contained inside the pocket, getting him to throw, instead of being able to run the ball all over. This has been a struggle for us. Fast running quarterbacks has been a struggle. But Mika Tafua is performing really well lately, number 42 for the Utes. He's our edge defender, our best guy on the edge. He should be able to make it happen. Now we're going against a tough offensive line, and they have a great running back in Zach Charbonnet, a top 20 running back in college football as far as PFF grades are concerned. Top 20 running back, we're talking about really elite guys, really elite playmaker that we need to watch out for. The keys to this matchup are DTR and Zach Charbonnet, the number 24 and number 1. They're both big-time playmakers and can do a lot with their feet. What is the key to stopping them? Okay, like I said earlier, DTR, it's going to be Mika Tafua on the edge, containing him. And then whoever is going to line up across from him, a lot of time it looks like it's Fillinger, but whoever it is needs to help out as well, and at least do a decent job. Also for Mika Tafua, we need to contain the edge in the run too. If Charbonnet runs all over us, we're not going to have to be concerned with DTR because Charbonnet is an elite running back, and he will make us look bad. He will get second, third level every time if we let him. So, that's going to be on Mika Tafua. But then also to stop the run game, Devin Lloyd and Nephi Sowell, the best linebacker duo in all of college football. We also got Fury, Reynolds, and Reed. Fury and Reynolds, not a lot of snaps for those guys, but they're performing well. Reed had a couple flashes, the big game against Washington State, and then he's been struggling. What I'd like to see is a healthy rotation of getting these guys in and out, and hopefully we can make some plays, limit Charbonnet, and then also limit Dorian Thompson-Robinson. They have one good receiver, one not so good receiver, one good receiver, one okay receiver, an okay tight end that's more of a receiving threat. Their offensive line is kind of the big pillar for these guys that they hold behind, that does a good job of opening up holes for them. The two tackles, very good, both 76.9 grades. The two guards, one is like a 74, 75, and then the other guard is a 69, so still a very solid guard at 69. It's a good grade. And then their center's pretty bad. He's a 55 grade, so definitely a spot for us to expose. I look to see us blitzing up the gut, forcing them to try to bounce it outside, giving us the opportunity to use our corners that aren't great in coverage but are good at stopping the run to make those open field tackles. Also, Vontae Davis, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the box a lot. From what I'm seeing on our defense and their offense, we are going to force them to run or force them to pass the ball. That's where they struggle, is passing the ball. If we can, get in their face, really at least limit this run. I know we weren't able to quite do it against Oregon State, but I do not think that UCLA is at the same level as Oregon State. Maybe this one running back in Charbonnet is a better running back, but it doesn't change the fact that them as a team running the ball is not going to be able to dominate us the way Oregon State did. At least that's what we need in order to win this game. Get them to throw, get them to make mistakes. That's where they're weakest. All right, now taking a look at our offense against their defense. Cam Rising, the guy that's just been the rising star of this team for a while now. Ever since he came in, he's brought a new light to the team. Number 7, Thick Boy 7. The kid's just a beast. I mean, literally, he has one of the worst offensive lines in the country in front of him. The only person that's above like a 62 is Braden Daniels, and he's like a 71 grade. But everyone else is real rough. Nick Ford, the center, 55 or 52 grade. A couple in the 50s on the line. I mean, it's a real rough line. They're okay at run blocking, but other than that, I mean, they've been a pretty big sore spot for this team all year. And I can tell you, there are very few quarterbacks that can do what Cam Rising has been able to do with how bad this offensive line has performed. It is seriously impressive what Cam Rising has been able to do. I'm not just going to give him praise all day. He's not perfect. He does make mistakes. But seriously, the guy has been a lightning bug for this offense and made plays on broken plays, made edge defenders with free rushes look foolish, then bounces to the outside for 10 yards. Last week, he was throwing it all over Oregon State, and with a better performance by this defense and special teams not choking and getting 2 blocked punts, it is a real different game. I almost feel bad specifically for Cam Rising that this had to happen because he deserved that win. Second guy I want to talk about is Tavion Thomas. Now, this is a very good defense stopping the run, but we have a very good running back here, guys. They're actually, Tavion Thomas is at 85.3. He is tied for the same grade as Charbonnet. That should tell you something. Like I said, Charbonnet is the number 17 graded running back in all of college football. I don't understand why, but Tavion Thomas every week doesn't seem to have enough snaps in total to be up there in grades, but they have the exact same grade. And I mean, it's not like Tavion's not getting snaps. We're talking about over 100 snaps. Tavion Thomas is one of the best running backs in college football. It's pretty evident when you watch him. TJ Pledger and Micah Bernard are some nice compliments, but he's really the guy. And it's obvious that his talent is, we're talking about a real thoroughbred talent here. I'm not sure what his ceiling is, but this is going to be a guy that we need to work in. So their defensive interior, they have 2, maybe just slightly above average guys. Nothing super special. Hopefully we can, do something with them. And then they have 1 good edge rusher and kind of like us, where it's 1 really good edge rusher and then 1 that's not good. No elite players on this D-line edge. So hopefully we can win some of our matchups there in the run block game. The trick is going to be this. They have 2 good corners, 1 good safety, and then a bunch of okay safeties and below average linebackers. What we're going to need to do is, and just so you guys know, Britton Covey has been stepping up. He's actually grading out on the season as a 71 grade. Britton Covey, number 18, as a 71 grade for the Utes. That's really exciting for us. I'm glad he's finally coming into his own. What we need to do as a team is take advantage of the mismatches. They use a real big group of safeties and a real big group of linebackers. Like a lot of guys getting lots of snaps. A lot of these guys are one-dimensional. They're using them for specific purposes, like run defense or coverage specifically, like real one-dimensional guys. So what does that tell us? Use our tight end group. Dalton Kincaid, one of the most criminally underused players in all of college football, and he's on our team. It's annoying. Like, this guy's averaged 27 yards of catch last week with that huge, long 43-yard play, and we don't keep feeding him the ball. I really don't get it. Hopefully we can get him involved in this game more. But just in general, across the board, let's take advantage of these one-dimensional players they have. Hopefully Cam Rising and Andy Ludwig are looking at the tape and finding these matchups, so when game time comes, we know to take the shots against these guys and avoid some of their better players on defense. So the big thing that I want to see us do, work this pass game, right? We have an elite running back in our backfield. Work this pass game. Get them to loosen up. They're a great run-stopping defense, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like they must be selling out to stop the run. Because their front seven is nothing special. So they must be loading that box, which means Cam Rising's going to be able to throw against these guys, going to be able to make some plays. The trick is, this is how we win this game, okay? I think they're going to be trying to run the ball hard against us. We're going to be trying to throw the ball hard against them. I don't think they'll have as much success running the ball as we will throwing the ball. That's going to be the key to success. And once we're able to throw the ball, they're going to have to start to back off, not be able to sell out against the run. And then we're going to start adding Tavion Thomas into this game, getting him handoffs, get it churning, and, just allow Tavion Thomas to start making plays, which means you have to load the box again, and then we're going to keep throwing. And hopefully we can use the pass game and limit their run game to get a pretty decent lead to the point where they have to throw. We make DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, make some big mistakes in the pass game, turn over the ball, and make it happen. Now, that's kind of the ideal scenario, but I really could see this game playing out that way. I think we have the team to get it done. We have a pass game that's really coming to its own. We have a good run game that can keep up with almost any run defense. And we have an elite running back who can break tackles and get a few yards on almost any play. So I think we have a really good setup to make this happen, guys. This should be a good week for us. I actually see a solid win. But, I felt the same last week. I just didn't expect our defense to get dominated the way they did. So I think I have to take that into account when I do the prediction today about what they're going to do against our defense. But we also have a great offense to run that clock once we take a lead. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that we win the game 34-24 against UCLA. Now, let me be clear. If our defense does show up, this game could play out way differently, and I think we could win 28-17. I think it's all going to be about how well our defense plays, how much they need this offense to make plays to win the game. I think we win this game either way. I mean, I'm not just being a homer here. Obviously, I'm probably not going to pick against Utah in any of this, but I'm going to be real with you guys if it's going to be a rough go or if we should be winning the game. This is a game we should win. It's not going to be easy. UCLA probably wants this win bad, but so do we, and I think we come out on top. Like I said, it's either going to be 34-24 Utah or 28-17 Utah. Those are the scores I see happening. We'll force them to have to throw the ball to keep up with our high-scoring passing offense against their defense that doesn't seem that great against the pass. Once they have to do that, they'll go away from the run game, which is their bread and butter, get out of their structure, and then they're just going to struggle to stay in the game because they're going to be playing out of character. But either way, I think we get a big win here this week, guys. Let's hope our team shows up. Let's hope their leader, Cam Rising, steps up to the plate and makes the throws he needs to make. He did it last week. Does the rest of the team actually rally around him and help us win this game? We'll find out tomorrow, I guess, guys. Well, really excited. And, guys, thanks again for watching the videos here. I love making them for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Give me your predictions. I would absolutely love to hear them. And have a great night. Bye, guys. Go Utes.